Hello, everyone. Welcome back to JSA TV and JSA Podcasts, where we're covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations with leaders in global connectivity, real estate, and the networks within. I'm Candace Ipos with JSA, and I'm here with Matthieu Ruillé from Danfoss. You are Business Development Director for Europe and in the data center sector for Danfoss. So it is Danfoss's first time on JSA TV. So welcome. And if you wouldn't mind just giving us a quick overview of what the company does for the data center industry.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks a lot, first of all, for inviting us to talk about Danfoss and what we think about sustainability. So to answer your first question, so Danfoss is a Danish company that celebrates this month 90 years old. It's still a family company,
Wow.
but with 42,000 employees, 100 factories worldwide. And what we are doing mainly is to produce components.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly for HVAC OEM manufacturer like chillers, cryo units, R&D units, but not only. And yes, we work on data center for more than 2 decades, but through our customer. And we have a special focus on sustainability for decades. Let's say it's our core business. And that's great to be here because it's one of the few events with a special focus on sustainability.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that we were expecting for years, but now it's not a trendiness anymore. It's something standard. And that's great that finally we have an exhibition dedicated to this topic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think we can all agree on that. And it's such an incredible topic. There's so many great conversations happening this week around that. So I'm glad to have you all on JSA TV.
Thank
2
you.
decades in the data center industry and 90 years total. It's an incredible achievement. It's still a family business. So so we'll go ahead and jump right into that sustainability topic. So if you could tell us a little bit about what Danfoss has already achieved in that area and also what you're kind of working towards.
Yeah. Oh, it's a long story. But we have a few minutes. I will try to be quick. So basically, sustainability for Danfoss is very important for some reasons. One, we want to be different from the competition. It's our core business. We want to improve all the time our components in order to be environmental friendly, eco-friendly. And also another topic that is very important is we want to attract and retain the new generation that is very focused on sustainability more than our generation, And so what we have decided, starting from 2021, is to sign the Science-Based Target Initiative, when our goal is to be carbon neutral by 2030 globally in all Danfoss factories. It's tough because, yes, as I mentioned before, we have 100 factories worldwide, so it's not easy, but we want to achieve at least for Scope 1 and Scope 2. And as a result, we already reached it on our headquarters in Denmark. So our headquarters are already carbon neutral on Scope 1 and Scope 2. And we are working a lot on Scope 3.
Okay.
And it's not an easy task. It's not an easy task, but we have a clean baseline and monthly tracking just to reach those targets. And we work also closely with our customers and suppliers to decarbonize, to have some circularity, and also to, especially at Danfoss company, to be more diverse, more inclusive with employees, and we try to reach those targets. So I mentioned what we have done in Norborg, in our headquarters, on circularity. Basically, we as I said, we work with key customers and suppliers in order to develop new product when they can be 100% recycled. So that's interesting. And regarding diversity, this is also something very important for us. As I said, we try to attract and retain the new generation, but we want also to have at least in 2030, 80% of diverse management team. So we don't care about where you come from, what is your gender, your sexual orientation. No, we want to be diverse. And regarding women, because we were talking about women a few minutes ago, in 2025, we want that 30% of women leadership inside Danfoss. Maybe it's not enough, but at least we try to be maybe one day to be equal 50 50, 50 women, 50% of men, but at least in 2 years we want to reach this goal of 30% of women working on as leaders inside Danfoss.
Yeah, well, I love to hear that. And it's incredible to see a company as big as Danfoss taking on these really incredible, tough challenges, but really, really setting goals and holding yourself accountable to those goals and moving forward every single day, toward them. So well done there.
Thank you. But we try to do our best.
Yeah. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then can we talk a little bit about the market shift when it comes to sustainability and what that looks like from your perspective?
Well, I can talk only about Europe because this is basically the market we are focused on. Everybody is talking about sustainability. What we have seen recently is, like, for example, Germany is introducing legislation for sustainability. I think they decide something maybe last week, and we have seen that the European Union is also working on something, but we still don't have some further information. We have seen also that there are more and more e-reuse requests, and we have to see when it's feasible. At least in the Nordics, it's something common, so everybody is using e-reuse. And it's a kind of showroom for the rest of Europe. All the other European countries want to do the same, but it's not easy as I was saying. So it depends on what you are on your neighborhood, and you have to see if you are able to make it reuse or not. But it's something that at least in some countries, design companies focus on data centers want to offer as a standard. Not as a trend, as a standard. So every time they have a new data center project, they want to offer the heat reuse. And yesterday we talked a lot about this. There were some workshops about heat reuse. And this is basically the trend, basically the shift that we have seen recently in Europe regarding sustainability. So legislation and heat reuse for data centers. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Thank you for that. And so I think, all of our thought leaders in the hot seat, many of them, we ask about trends. So can we end with that question maybe? And it's just an open question. Any particular trend that you might want to talk about?
Well, the trends that everybody is talking all days is AI. So AI, and that's interesting because it's changing a little bit the market, but we still have a big question mark. So what is AI finally?
Yeah.
And because we can use it to improve the energy efficiency, the services, and there's a lot of things to do. What we saw is that in terms of cooling capacity, it's another topic. So the density on the server rack is higher. So that means it will boost, in our opinion, the liquid cooling, maybe direct to chip or liquid immersion. So we are working on that because we think that this technology will have more and more presence in the market. I don't think it will be mainstream. Who knows? Maybe in 10 years or maybe more. But we have to work on it. And so we have inside our data center team, we have innovation director that is try to develop new components that can be cater for the needs of the liquid cooling technology, like liquid immersion and direct to chip. And this is something that we try to improve and always with the target of being sustainable. And also making components that could be recycled. So as a trend, especially AI is pushing, and we know that at least liquid cooling could be the solution that could at least cool this kind of new technologies that is coming in the data center very, very fast.
Yeah. Well, liquid cooling and AI, I mean, the buzzwords. You're hitting on two of the big
Yeah.
two of the big three probably at the conference this week. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for chatting with us about sustainability.
Thanks for inviting, and it was a pleasure to discuss with you.
Yeah, same to you. Same to you. We really enjoyed it. And to our viewers, happy networking, and keep hanging out with us here at JSA TV. We'll be here all day.
Thank you.
Thank you.